Hi all, Losdy, Punch Out TV. Hope you're all well. I quickly want to talk about DAZN and increasing their prices and Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. So, kick off with Joshua versus Franklin. For me, I think it's a good fight, I don't think it's a brilliant fight or anything like that. You have to excuse me, I'm not long just finished work, but I think it's a good fight, because you got to think this guy's coming off two consecutive losses on the bounce. He's got a new trainer. I'm not 100% sure if he is with Derek James because I've sort of lost contact with the boxing world, but if he is with Derek James, so he's got a new trainer, I think Jermaine Franklin's a good first fight to get your feet back in the water. Because to me, Jermaine Franklin, he beat Dillian Whyte in my eyes. I thought he won that fight very easy. I had him 3 rounds, in fact, winning that fight, but he didn't get the decision. So I think it's a good fight. What I'd like to see Anthony Joshua do now, if he's ever going to get back in the mix, is he needs to be active. He needs to be fighting at least 3 times a year. He's got to get himself back up there in the next year or two to challenge for a world title. Go and fight, like say Jermaine Franklin. Guy's got fast hands, comes to fight, got a bit of power. And the kid's got balls, man. He's got heart. He totally surprised me because I watched a couple of his fights. The build up to the Dillian Whyte. Never seen him before. Heard of him, never seen him. And he surprised me. I mean, was Dillian Whyte washed up? I think so. But Jermaine Franklin put up a good fight, man, in that fight. And like I say, I think he won that fight. So for me, a lot of people are moaning about it, but for me, I think it's a good comeback fight. You know, he should be unbeaten, but he didn't get that decision. So I think that's a good fight. Then go and fight someone like Frank Sanchez or someone like that. Then go and fight Big Baby Anderson, somebody like that. These up and coming heavyweights. Joe Joyce, but I think Joe Joyce is fighting that Zhang, whatever, the Chinese fella. But to get yourself back in the mix, you know, go and fight these up and coming Philip Pergovic, someone like that. Have 3 fights, then go for it. For me, yeah, it's not the best fight, like I say, but coming back off 2 losses on the bounce, I think it's a good fight, I think it's a good, worthy opponent to go and fight. Especially after he had that breakdown after the second loss to Usyk. You know, got a new trainer. He's going to have different ideas and ways of how he wants you to fight. Maybe change a few things, polish up on a few things. If it is Derek James, which I think it is, Derek James is a very good trainer. Very good trainer. So yeah, I think it's a good fight, me personally, and I'm not mad at him for taking it. Now, flip the coin on the other hand, talking about the Joshua Franklin fight, because it's on DAZN, April the 1st, at London's O2 Arena. I only found out the other day that DAZN have boosted up their prices. It was Michael Benson who I saw put it out there on Twitter a couple of days ago. I was watching the guy off DAZN who works for DAZN, Addy's someone, I'm subscribed to his channel, and he was on about it, saying DAZN done good not making this fight pay-per-view. Well, he works for DAZN, so he was getting quite a bit of abuse. Well, I wouldn't say abuse, but a lot of people were saying, oh, he's company man and all this, and sold out to earn, and all stuff like that. Well, he ain't going to slag DAZN off, is he? Because he works for him. It's his bread and butter. You know, he gets to fly around the world. He gets to cover fights. What right man in the world would do that? You're an idiot if you do that, slag off the people who you work for. So that's why I just brush them comments aside. But a lot of people were moaning about the prices. I'll put the prices up in the video. Shout out to Michael Johnson, nice one. Shout out Mike, nice one. You got it right. You said ages ago DAZN will put the prices up, and I was like, nah, they won't. Shout out to you, Mike. But I've been with DAZN ever since they came to the UK. It's about 2 years ago now when you could first have the app over here. It was two quid, then it went up to 8 quid. Now it's going up to 10 quid. So it's only a 2 quid increase. But they are doing £100, 100 quid up front for 12 months, which nobody's going. I can't see many people paying that because of the current climate at the moment with it's just extortionate living over here, and I think it is around the world. The fuel, gas, electric, water, everything else, food. So I can't see many people doing that, especially the middle class working people like myself. I'm not loaded, far from loaded. I ain't got much money, but what I've got. Then the second one is you pay £20 a month and you can cancel at any time. But I'm led to believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm led to believe you've got to cancel with a month in advance. So it's going to cost you 20 quid to subscribe, and then another 20 quid if you watch a fight, another 20 quid to cancel. So that's 40 quid. And then, like I say, they've got the other one with £100 quid up front. But for me, a lot of people are moaning about it because I don't agree with what they did. I don't think they warned anyone. They just put the prices up. So I think that was bang out of order of DAZN doing it. But for me, I'll just, because I've actually paid my DAZN on my phone bill. It's added to my phone bill, my mobile phone bill. So what I'll do is I'll just subscribe for 12 months. Because then it's only, I'm paying 8 quid anyway, and it's only an extra 2 quid. So, I mean, what can you get for 2 quid? You can't even get a frigging burger from McDonald's for 2 quid. And let's be fair, what can you get for 10 quid? You can't even get a decent jar of coffee from the supermarket for 10 quid. You know, a decent sized jar of Dow Eggbert coffee or something like that, I don't know. Get jack shit for 10 quid. So for me, I don't think it's too bad. Yes, I understand people are mad and people will unsubscribe because they're pissed off about the prices. But come on, man, what? Well, for me personally, 2 quid isn't neither here or there. It's not it's not even piss in the wind. It's not worth getting my knickers in a twist over it. But I'm going to stay with DAZN. But if they go any higher than that, then I will pull the plug on them, most definitely. But I think DAZN have done all right these last year or two. The boxing's a lot better than what it was. And they have quite a lot of boxing on, to be fair. A lot more than BT and Sky, in my eyes they do. Sometimes you have to wait till the early hours of the morning, so that's naff. But I'm not mad at them for putting it up 2 quid, in my eyes. But yeah, I think Joshua, getting back to Joshua Franklin, I think that's an alright fight for him to come back. I think Joshua will beat him. I think he'll probably stop him, knock him out. But you never know. It's how much what's left in Joshua's heart in the sport. But if he buckles down, fights regular, and he is with Derek James, I think you could see a totally different Joshua. And let's not forget, Anthony Joshua is one of the youngest of the elite heavyweights. He's younger than Wilder, he's younger than Joe Joyce, he's younger than Dylan White, I think he's younger than Tyson Fury, he's younger than Usyk, he's younger than a lot of these elite heavyweights, so he's got time to maybe come back one day. But like I say, fight regular, 3 fights a year, 3 fights, that's what I would like to see from him. Build your way back up to the top. But let me know what you think about the fight, the Joshua fight, and the DAZN prices. So that's just a quick video. Hope you're all well. Peace out. I'll catch you on